Hi everybody and welcome to a new episode of Gaming Father's video reviews. Today we will take a closer look at the retro arcade platformer called Canyon Capers. Prepare your fingers and reflexes and let's get started! In this retro-style platformer you must help Dino Jr. to get through the canyons and caverns to retrieve legendary source of ultimate power Golden Mollusk. How many times have we heard something like this? Well, the story would not be the driving factor of the game. But this is supposed to be an arcade platformer, so the qualities of the game should lie somewhere else. As the gameplay is a little bit longer this time, we will be using fast forward a bit. And the first level is a history. There is no long tutorial explaining what and how you should play the game. You start in medium-sized level with the goal to reach the exit vortex, and the rest is up to you. You collect diamonds of various colors, coins or chests, trying to jump over obstacles, and trying to either avoid the enemies like mice or snakes, or to eliminate them by jumping on their head in good old-fashioned Mario style. As you can see, there is also a green bar at the bottom of the screen, which is getting shorter as time goes by. If you run out of time before finishing the level, you need to start over again. To be honest, I am not a big fan of time limits, but let's see if they are set reasonably here. There are various tasks in each level that you need to finish to succeed. Sometimes you just need to find the exit and collecting items is just to improve your final ranking. You are getting 1, 2 or 3 stars at the end of each level, which is nothing that you would have not seen many times before. Sometimes you need to collect all diamonds or coins, sometimes you need to defuse all bombs. The interesting fact is that sometimes you know exactly how many green, red or blue diamonds you need to collect, as there are numbers on the screen, while sometimes you have no idea how many coins remain. Along with merciless time limit, it can be a frustrating combination which leads to repeat the levels again and again. Such kind of game requires precise and responsive control of your character. Is it here? Unfortunately, the answer is no. Sometimes you jump right on the head of enemy, while sometimes you appear right in front of it, which leads to losing part of health and losing valuable seconds from the time limit. The same situation is with jumping on platforms. Sometimes you make it, sometimes you just jump through the platform, fall down and lose the time again. As there are many small platforms, you can be sure that you will be falling quite a lot. The another thing that contributes to this frustrating combo is that your enemies are not eliminated for good if you manage to successfully jump on their head, as they are respawning after some time. And you can be sure that you will need to visit many places at least twice, so you will meet them again. The control and level design are really disappointment for me. Here we are defusing bombs, as I mentioned before. But again, we do not know how many of them remain. We have not mentioned the graphics yet. Someone might find it too childish, but for me it is okay. It doesn't try to be trendy and to be as pixelated as possible, but it has its own colorful style that suits the game. The music style is the same and rather focused to kids. Not something that would make you dance in the rhythm, but also not irritating. Well, maybe except the sound when you are hit by something. Oof. All bombs have been defused. Finished. 2 stars this time. And here we go. Here is my nightmare level that I did not manage to finish in time. So, have a look. So can I recommend this game to gaming fathers and their families? Can Capers is trying to be a retro platformer and to make you feel like you would be playing some of the legendary arcade platformers from 90s, only in better graphic presentation. However, instead of taking good concepts and trying to put them into modern game mechanisms, it is taking the worst, like time limit, respawning enemies, and adding bad level design and clunky control. The game graphics could make an impression that the game is for kids, but I cannot recommend you to let your kids play it with a clear conscience, as this is the typical example of the game which is rather frustrating than challenging. The game costs €6 on Steam, and even though it is in huge discounts quite often, I cannot recommend it, as you can find way better platformers there for the same price. So this time I need to give this game thumbs down and Gaming Father's Index 4 out of 10. Thank you for paying me attention and see you in next Gaming Father's video reviews.